Hey guys, Shanoa Grove here with Texas REIAs. I'm very excited to announce that I have Ellen and Sharon on from Two Ladies Buy Houses, real estate investors in Texas, real estate investors specifically in the Austin, Texas area. But I know you guys look at properties everywhere throughout Texas, and just wanted to spend a little time with you ladies and ask you a couple of questions about your business and how it's grown and transformed, what got you into this business initially, what keeps you here, and what you do to help people who are maybe in difficult situations move on to the next step, and how you guys are putting service in the community. So welcome, guys. I'll just ask if you guys want to give me like a 30-second, 45-second overview of a little bit about each of you. I think that would help to kind of kick us off, just so people can know a little bit about who you all are and what initially got you started.
Yeah, so my name is Ellen Bronkhart. I started in real estate investing in 2019, so a few years strong now. We initially started with real estate investing to do something extra, but what we really found out or really hearted was how we could help people. It's not just a dollars and cents type of business. It's you are helping lives out. Either that is making sure they can find a new home, making sure their credit doesn't get ruined, making sure they have a new roof over their head. That is really a very powerful sense of service that you can provide to people in need that I've not felt before anywhere else.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sharon, how about you?
Hi, I'm Sharon Mcgee. I have been investing in real estate, and I met you and Phil in 2016. I was with another program, and it was dollars and cents. And that didn't appeal to me as much as helping people. My dad had gone through a foreclosure in 2010, and it was a hard conversation to have with him. He called me up and explained what was going on. My mom was in a nursing home. There were a lot of hospital bills, and the house was falling down around him. And he said, "This is happening." And I went, "Okay, what do you want to do about it?" And he said, "I'm not going to let the bank win. I do not want to let the bank win." So I jumped in and didn't know what I was doing. So when I had the opportunity to get the training in 2016, it's been wonderful. We've helped so many homeowners, and it's so gratifying, so gratifying.
So I will say that, when I first got in the business of real estate investing back in 2003, my one and only objective was to replace the income that I wanted to leave behind from my corporate America career, right? Mm-hmm. And not have to go back to work for anybody else. And at that time, I looked at it, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I looked at it as dollars, dollar signs, right?
Right.
And I didn't really understand how powerful of an impact that you get to have as a real estate investor, as you get going. And sometimes people don't realize it until they get going. And I think, for me, at least, I didn't tap into, a big piece of the passion and fulfillment that I get out of it until I was starting to do it for a while and realize that, it's, even though I got in the business to buy, fix, flip houses and make money and replace my income, the amount of people that I was able to be of service to using the knowledge that, we've built up over, the first even several years of us investing, that was just so very rewarding. And I always tell people the things that you got in this business to do. So for me to buy, fix, and flip houses, replace income, make money, those are only the things that you get to do. after you do all the other stuff that you had no idea on this earth that you would be pulled into service to do,
Right.
including, really, not just looking at it as dollar signs, not just looking at it as sticks and bricks, but really kind of digging in and understanding the individual situations and building a solution that obviously works for both parties, and coming into it with that mindset, I think, is one of the most, transformational mindsets you can have, and transformative in terms of, building a business around, being of service in the community. So I know you guys use several different strategies as part of your investing. You want to, and I know this is kind of putting you on the spot and a little extemporaneous here, but is there a story maybe that you might want to tell about one of the, like, I don't know what to say, wildest, but just like something that kind of came out of, you didn't know what was coming, and it was just such a great experience for you as a real estate investor. I know I'm kind of putting you guys on the spot. I don't know if you have one just immediately comes to mind of something that you did that was just like, wow, this is how I want to be perceived as doing business, and this is how I want to be perceived as helping people in my work.
Yeah. We recently had a phone call. It was really hard. A parent had lost a child in the house, and they could no longer emotionally stay there. They called us. We went to the house right away. Wonderful. The loveliest couple you would ever want to meet. They explained their situation, and they had put a lot of money into their house. We went ahead, we came up with a win-win solution with them. They ended up moving, and we actually sold the house faster than what we expected to. So we didn't have the utilities that we had to pay. We didn't have the taxes. We didn't have the maintenance on the house that we thought we would have, because we sold it a lot faster. So after we sold the house and after we closed on it, I was able to write a check to the homeowners, and I was able to write a check to the sellers and send it in the mail to them. And they ended up with a few more $1,000. It helped them. That really helped them. There are so many other stories. A woman was behind on her mortgage for 2 years. She had not been able to work due to a disability. And we were able to find her housing for a year. We were able to get a newer car that she could afford. And she had enough money to live on for a year. And she moved out. There was a lot of items she didn't want anymore. She left them in the house. That was great. We told her we'd take care of them, no problem. And again, after we sold the house faster, we sold the house faster. And so I was able to write a check and send it to her. And that really helped her. For her to call me and say, thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to me to have the extra money. It's just a super feeling. It really.
Yeah. I find that stuff like that, when you're able to kind of, give back or give extra,
Yeah.
is just gives you such a high. It's like, is it better to give or better to receive? Just the energy kind of flow when you're giving, and then someone that gives you that level of appreciation and really kind of affirmation, like, hey, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Man, I know for me, it makes me get up super early in the morning. It makes me get up with a smile on my face. It makes me get up stoked to get out there and do what I get to do, what I'm blessed to be able to do, and have that knowledge, and also be able to come up with creative solutions where, my guess is, in that situation, they probably wanted more money. There were some risks for you. You couldn't pay, more than what you could pay, right? Because we still have to look at the numbers, but you made a commitment to them by saying, if we're able to sell it for more than, what we think we could, or if we make more than what we have to make on this deal in order to make it a deal for us, then let's split up those profits, and let me set up a situation where I'm writing you another check. And that de-risk the scenario for you guys, right? When you're coming into it, because you don't know what's going to happen coming out. You don't know if the world's going to turn upside down right, in the process, which it certainly has over the last year. But you're still willing and able to share that upside with the person that you're working with, which I think is so very powerful. And I love that you guys are using those strategies to, not only, transform your own lives, obviously, but also just be of service in the community and doing what you guys do. And I definitely commend you for that, and the efforts that you put in, and so glad to have you as part of the Texas REIAs network, right? The largest association of associations in Texas. And so happy to be able to share that knowledge with you that has allowed you to unlock new things for yourself, as well as just kind of share the love and be of service in the community. So Sharon, Ellen, thank you guys for allowing me to spend some time to interview you and talk to you guys about what you do in your business. And I know that any homeowners that spend some time with you guys and work with you guys will be very lucky to do so, because you guys certainly have it on your hearts to share those blessings. So thank you all for doing what you do.
Well, thank you for having us, Shanoa.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
I think so. You're damn good at this, girl.
Ready,
God, can we make you? I hope we can make her look as good as she made us look.
You guys already do. Just being here, being of service, doing what you guys are doing is all I would need. So, but thank you. Thank you.
But if you hadn't come up with this, if you hadn't started this, if you and Phil hadn't inspired and encouraged tens of thousands of people, it wouldn't be. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to help so many people.
No.
So.
No, I remember the first program I joined. I think we ran away screaming.
Oh God, yeah.
So it was not a great experience.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Your program is unique, and you have the support network for all of it. Okay, so our turn to interview Shanoa.
Okay.
Ready? You ready for this one?
All right, let's do it. Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Hi, I'm Ellen.
And I'm Sharon. And we are Two Ladies Buy Houses. Today we are with Shanoa Grove with the Texas Real Estate Investors Association. Hi, Shanoa. Thanks so much for joining us today. And can you give us a little bit more of background of the Texas Real Estate Investors Association, how you started, what is the motivation, just any and all information?
Well, first off, thank you guys for having me, being here, and just allowing us to have this conversation. I'll tell you that My first real estate investment was in 2003. Right now it's 2021, and in that time frame, I haven't had to take a paycheck from anybody else. I haven't had to update my resume. At this point, my resume is in some version of DOS that even the techiest of the techie people that are out there couldn't resurrect that thing, and I wouldn't want them or you to, because I love what I do in real estate. I love what I do as a real estate investor, and I love what I do as founder of Texas REIAs. So Texas REIAs has about 87,000 members, guests, volunteers that have been part of this association, that have come to our meetings over the many years that we've been doing this. So was first called into service personally as part of Texas REIAs just by joining my local real estate investor association. That's the first thing that I did on my journey as a real estate investor back in 2003. And I will tell you that if it were not for that first investor association that I became part of, I would not be where I am today. It was there that I got the tribal knowledge. It was there that I got the skill set. It was there that I got the network. It was there that I got the contacts, contracts, and contractors, right, that make us successful as real estate investors. And part of what I do today is through Texas REIAs is kind of pay it back what that initial association did for me, and also pay it forward by bringing other people along for the ride, lifting them up, sharing with them the knowledge that I've built up over almost 2 decades of investing in real estate. So for me, I invest with my husband, Phil Grove, and he and I have been investing together since 2003, and neither of us have ever looked back. And part of our journey as investors is not just to do the investing side and you know, for us, we buy property, residential, commercial, we hold it, we flip it, we wholesale it, we short sale it, we wrap it, we homestead it, right? We use so many different strategies, but it's not just about that. It's also about sharing the knowledge that you've been blessed with. And that's one of the things that we do as part of the Investor Association. We share that tribal knowledge so that other people can also be part of it and start their journey. And I think this is how you guys kind of started your journey in investing, by joining the association as well.
Yes, we did. In fact, through the network, we actually met each other. Exactly. And we started our business. And with your help and the tribal knowledge, the network, the training, we are successful in it.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say, it's not just the education and the network, it's also really working towards helping people, having that set of morals, having those values instilled in you, not just as a person, but as a real estate investor. It's really powerful. It's what drew me to the network. It's what Sharon and I bonded over, and that's how we eventually grew a friendship and started a business together. So it's not just education, it's not just a network. It's a really powerful, almost personal change that I never had envisioned what's going to happen.
Well, you know, it only takes one person, right? One opportunity, one deal to change your life forever. And what I can promise to people who join Texas REIAs is that one person, that one opportunity, that one deal to change your life forever is part of this association. And for me, I'm so honored that you guys were both able to start your investing careers, create a relationship, and be able to create a very powerful team that's rooted in that same foundation of being of service in the community. And that's a big part of what we do at Texas REIAs. And it's, you know, real estate investing is still kind of the wild, wild west, right? There's no like, you know, governing board over investors. But as part of the Investor Association, we put our code of conduct on it so that investors treat each other at a different level, at a higher level. And I think that's one of the big things that differentiates us. We spend a lot of time focusing on what's happening in the market right now. Some people call me the market update lady because I'm known to always be giving market updates. But also, you know, we share what we're doing right now, what's working right now, how we pivoted our business over the years through different market cycles and ups and downs. And one of the things we also pride ourselves on is, we say that we are Texans teaching Texans how to invest in Texas using strategies that actually work here in Texas. I know some people join, different, groups and associations. And a lot of times they find out later, oh, wow, this is an out of town, traveling roadshow sort of a thing. They don't have any boots on the ground. They don't have the local network, the local knowledge, the local contractors, and just the ability to analyze a deal, even getting access to the MLS and understanding some of the ways that we do business here in Texas. And it's a little different than other places, just like every other state is. But this is our focus. Texas alone has, I think, the 8th largest GDP of any country in the world. So there's plenty of business to do here, and I love being part of this association and helping folks like you guys as you're starting on that journey as well. And it also gives an opportunity to work together, partner together, look over each other's shoulders, look over at your deals to make sure you're making the right moves, right? Because we are always still learning, still growing, and the ability to kind of fall back on an association that is also kind of has that same mindset can be very powerful in terms of not just creating that initial income, that initial wealth, that initial business, but also sustaining that over the long term. So
exactly. So what stands out the most, or maybe a strategy that you can share that stands out the most?
So I would say for us, one of the things that was, I don't want to say revolutionary, but it's just kind of another way of slicing bread, was being able to buy properties subject to the existing financing. So that allows you to, leverage your cash. And, a friend of mine used to say, I can make a dollar holler. And when you're buying subject to, you can make your dollar holler, right? You can make it go that much further. And a lot of people, I think, don't realize when they start investing in real estate that real estate investors have a glass ceiling. And that glass ceiling is that they can typically only buy 4 to 10 houses with a loan. So, and when people start bumping up against that glass ceiling, it's like, well, wait, I thought real estate investing, I thought this is how we, we go and grow. And it's like, now I'm being stopped. And I've seen a lot of investors be stopped. And the truth is, to be able to obtain enough rental property, as an example, to be financially, abundant, be financially free, that's somewhere between 20 and 40 rental properties. As an example, if you're looking for that mailbox money, being able to be on an island somewhere while it's just kind of coming in. And you're not going to get there if you very quickly start bumping up against that glass ceiling. So the faster you understand some of these different strategies to utilize other people's money, to be able to buy properties subject to, using wraparound mortgages, et cetera, man, your ability to grow all of a sudden becomes limitless. And for me, I want to take off as many limits as are physically possible, right? So that's one of the things that has allowed me and my business to really grow, and has allowed me to buy many more properties than I otherwise would have been able to, given the limits of cash, right, and the limits of financing. So both of those things have been great for me. So, and I know for you guys as well.
Absolutely. I think when we first met, you and Phil, it was, oh, you really can't do that. You can't buy a house without any money. You can't sell a house without any money. Or minimal money. Come on, you've got to have hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to buy a house and rehab it.
I guess it was proven wrong now.
I know, right? It works. It works. The training that you have, it is truly amazing. I never thought that we could do that. There's also other opportunities through the Texas REIA of not only buying and selling houses. You encouraged us to become lenders and partner with money. So it's just not only about one thing. It's outside of the box thinking.
Exactly. It's really, you're not just focusing on one strategy. It's having like 10, 20 different strategies as tools in your toolbox that you can just whip out and be creative with to solve problems the right way, without necessarily being a one-hit wonder. Like, I do flips. No, it's you do right about everything. And that's really what I learned throughout the whole education process.
Yeah, my goal is I want to make money every time the phone rings.
There you go.
To be able to do that, you have to have different strategies. And I have a lot of investors as they're getting started, they, put, the cart before the horse, right?
Yeah.
And they think, well, I want to do this strategy or I want to do that strategy. And, what do you think about that? And I always say, well, that sounds amazing. But for me, I just want to make money every time the phone rings. So I'm going to let the deal tell me which strategy to use, and I'm going to apply that on that deal, because if I'm trying to put every round peg into a square hole, it's just not going to work. So I have to kind of be open and put the horse in front of the cart, even though it sounds like, well, that doesn't sound initially right. It's not until you start executing for a while that you realize, yeah, I need to look at every deal as a greenfield and look at the different opportunities that are available in each of those situations.
Right. And every situation is different. And this tens of thousands of people in our network that you can call upon, it's amazing. So when are we going to have 100,000 people?
This year, I think, actually, yeah. I think it'll probably be this year. So in fact, what's been, because of this disruption, the world's been a little upside down. We're still having our meetings. We're having actually more meetings than ever now. So we're meeting Tuesday and Thursday and all, in your bedroom and in your living room and in your office, right? But in the June, July timeframe, we'll be back to live meetings. So you'll get to network live and in person instead of online with people, which I know is going to be it's going to feel so wonderful to be able to do that and to be able to, not that we weren't sharing, resources and knowledge before, and we figured out how to do it, right? The obstacle is the way. And if it were not for this amazing technology that we're all able to leverage right now, we would not be able to continue our businesses, right? So it's been, what a great time to have, a worldwide disruption than right now where all this technology is here. So, but we will be doing both live meetings and online meetings starting in the June, July timeframe. So for the people who want to continue to stay home, no worries. I get it. We got you, right? We're still going to do our broadcasting live and online. And for people who want to get together and network together, we're going to be live and in person again. Of course, we want everyone to please, proceed with caution. We're in is a very kind of up and down and dynamic situation. So we want everyone to proceed with caution, and but we also want to continue to be of service within the community and help others as they go and as they grow. It gives us opportunity to partner together, right? Like you guys, and share that tribal knowledge and just continue to go and grow together. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah. Even though we haven't been able to get together in person, we have been on several Zoom meetings, and they're fabulous. Yeah. They're fabulous, where I've actually met and spoken with people from Houston and Dallas and San Antonio who I would have never probably even met unless I actually traveled there. And this maybe maybe this is really something to continue in person.
Absolutely. I
as
agree.
well as Zoom.
I think Winston Churchill said, never let a good crisis go to waste. And, it's like, and I actually think that in some ways that it has expanded the reach of the network beyond just, the individual cities that we're in, but really to just be able to share, knowledge and information from it more easily from a statewide standpoint. And, because even if you're marketing in Austin, you're going to, inadvertently find deals in Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, and other places. And to be able to have that knowledge, that network, to be able to rely on someone to be able to help you with that deal, so you can do more what I've been calling over the last year armchair investing, right?
Yeah.
It's even more powerful to be able to, just kind of, I'm just doing it from my phone, right? So the obstacle has certainly been the way, and it's been a great opportunity for us to grow in knowledge and grow in network. So we intend to continue to keep it both live and online. In fact, we've got some special technology we're rolling out right now to make sure that we're continue to be able to do that and make it still interactive, even with the people that are online too. So I'm kind of excited about it.
Good, good. Yeah. Speaking of armchair investing, we were working with somebody, a seller in Colorado, of all places. And we have somebody who was part of the Texas REIA in Colorado that we could call upon and work with. So it's definitely a lot in Texas, but I know there are people in Seattle, there are people in Illinois.
We have someone in Alaska. And Los Angeles and Hawaii, right?
Costa Rica.
And Costa Rica, who invest in Texas. So Texas is a great market to be in general. So we're seeing people from all over the country, all over the world, even come over here and invest.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Well, we will hopefully see, we will see you soon on one of the meetings, and we will actually see you in person in June or July of 2021.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys. It was great reconnecting with you, and look forward to seeing you in person. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Bye. You too. Thanks. Okay. Do we need to, now that our smiles are killing us?
No, this is all natural. But
I don't think I smile that much. I laugh, but I don't smile. We bust each other up over here. So do you want to add something? Do you want?
No, I think that was great. I think it was awesome.
Okay.
Video cutting.
Yeah. Editing. I will send you just a blanket through Dropbox.
That works. Yeah.
Okay. And then when our editing is ready, I'll go ahead and send that to you. And
I think we'll be able, if it's okay with you guys, I think we'll be able, we've got a little podcast and a YouTube channel and, some other places we might put it if that's okay with you guys. And
absolutely.
Of course, you can put mine out wherever too. So
we're hoping to put it on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. We do not have a podcast because we poe.
That's okay. Because why?
We poe people.
Oh,
we're working on it.
I know we're working on it.
It's there's so many different platforms and channels right now. There's a little bit of FOMO going on. It's like, I don't know what's the right to be, but so we're trying to just leverage one thing and then put it on different platforms. So I think that's Perfect.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. And then, of course, we're going to put it on our website. And
yeah, and so tag me and tag Texas REIAs and Phil, and then we'll probably get and tag some of the big dogs too, and maybe even put it on the big dog page as well. I think that would be cool for other big dogs to kind of see. Oh, you could do that. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Let's see how I can.
Yeah. Well, are you open to more of that?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I've been doing some videos like with, celebrities, and like literally, like, you get 15 minutes and then it's like, all right, goodbye. So it's got to just be focused, right? So if I were to do more, it would just need to be very focused. So.
Exactly. And I saw yours and Phil's, and the gentleman, the real estate mogul who works with Trump. Yeah.
Oh, and George Ross.
Yeah. George Ross. And that was really interesting.
Yeah.
To hear his take on everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, yeah, but we'll go ahead and we'll tag everybody in our video, and this gives you guys a backlink to for your SEO, which I'm sure you don't need because you probably have tons of backlinks for your SEO, but it gives you credit, it gives you validation as far as Google is concerned.
Yeah.
So,
well, guys, say hello to your respective husbands for me, and my regards to the rest of y'all's families, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, tell Phil and Zilker that we said hi, and give Nugget a treat, or better yet, give Nugget a walk.
Yeah. Oh no, both of those things he would love. And yes, and my thoughts are with you guys. Be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. No, we can just end.
And it has to render, and we